What is up, credit repair business owners? Today's video, I'm showing you how you can run ads to get more credit for clients and do consistently 5 to 7x ROAS on your ads. So for this example, I'm going to be showing you one of my clients, very great friend, amazing dude, excellent credit repair specialist. His name is Colton, and he's from Elev8 University. So I'm going to show you first proof how we're, and first I'm going to show you proof. I'm going to show you how we track things. I'm going to go a little bit into detail on the strategies, show you the ads that we run for him. And overall, I'm going to give you a great understanding so that you can replicate these results for yourself or just reach out to us and we'll do it for your business. And guys, by the way, you already know there's plenty of ways of getting in contact with us, just like the link in the description of this video. So for starters, let's share my screen. Boom. All right, cool. So this is where we handle all of our lead tracking. We try to keep a very, very simplistic approach to this. This is this new week over here. And in which case, we do weekly optimizations based upon revenue actually driven your business. Because honestly, there's no point in just trying to get you the cheapest cost per lead, because the cheapest cost per lead doesn't necessarily mean that you're making more money. We are more so of a results-based agency. So what that really means is that it does take a partnership for this to really become successful. So fair warning, guys, anybody that contacts me, guys, you cannot just set this and forget it. This does take a partnership. I need to know a couple pieces of information about these leads and these conversations and these appointments that you're having. Mostly important is, well, we already know the amount of leads coming in from Facebook. We need to know the engagement rate, the response back. We need to know the schedule rate. We need to know the bad fit, no offer rate. And we need to know the close and the amount of money that you make from these closes. Now, for Colton's case, the amount of revenue that he makes per close is around $1,000. 500 setup fee, $500 when they're done. But what's really, really great about that is his LTV, the lifetime value of his client, is not only $1,000, because he first fixes their credit, kind of gets them ready for funding, and then he puts them into funding where he makes that 10% of the back end. And the average funding client is around anywhere between $50,000 to around six figures, meaning that the average funding client honestly makes you $5,000 to $10,000, meaning that it's 10% on the back end. So he's not only just making $1,000 worth of these ads with these clients. As soon as he repairs these guys' credit, and he does it very, very quickly and efficiently, he then graduates these people over to funding and makes even more money on these people. I always tell people that it's a lot easier to make more money once they already paid you. So these people that already paid Colton, they trust him with his money, he fixes their credit, and then gets them into funding. Boom. That's the circle that makes this guy money, prints of money. So let me show you a little bit how we track shit. So over here, kind of when we started this stuff over here, boom, 7x ROAS, 5x ROAS, 5, and then this is this week over here. So we're looking at this 7x ROAS. We spent around $284 for him. We tested out a couple of ads over here. And these are the people that booked, and he closed both of these deals. Next one over here. We spent 206 over here. We spent around 200. He made around $1,000. He closed one deal this time. These are three leads that, these are the three appointments that came off of these leads, and he was able to close one of them, which is fantastic. He's still in the green, still made a 5x ROAS in his moolah. Next one over here. He closed one deal, spent $200, made another 5x. Oh, he actually spent less. He made around 109, he spent around 119. So honestly, he made a little bit more than what I thought he made. So if we calculate this properly, and this is honestly good for the video. This just kind of shows how we calculate this. So if he spends 119, he closes one deal that makes him $1,000. So we close this 119. And how we do the ROAS is it's pretty simple. We just do $1,000 minus the 119. So let me pull up my handy dandy calculator for here. So 1,123 divided by 119. Boom. So actually, this is an 8.4x ROAS. That's honestly pretty freaking good. All right. So it's actually better than what I thought. Cool. So 7x, 5x, 8x ROAS. I wonder what this week is going to be. As you can see, because we're tracking it, it's probably going to be around a 5 to 7x ROAS. That's awesome. I'll take that all day. Now, let's talk a little bit about the actual strategy that we leverage over here. So what we do is we run what we call engagement ads for this offer over here, in which case, obviously, we test out a whole bunch of shit, but this is the actual converting ad that we are running right now and that we absolutely freaking love. And, I'm not going to even try to hide this stuff because you can just look at the Facebook ad library for this shit. But look over here, quality ranking is above average. The click-through rate is at 2.29. If the click-through rate is around 2-3%, you're typically going to get around a $5 cost per lead, maybe even lower than that. It's lower than that because this quality ranking is above average. The CPMs are around $35, which are really, really good for this. Anything realistically below 50 is an excellent ad specifically for credit repair. Cost per click. The cost per click, to be honest, is a little bit higher. $3. It usually is around, a dollar, but that's okay over here because we are in the green. We're making money. This kind of just comes to show that it's not all about what we see on the Facebook. It really is about, hey, are we making more money or making less money? So what I'm trying to say is that if you were to come up to me and be like, hey, Blade, I'm getting stupid cheap cost per lead, but I'm not closing anybody. I'm getting really, really cheap lead costs, but I haven't been able to close anybody. Well, that probably means that you need to increase quality by increasing the amount of people that have more money or getting people that are more motivated. Those are usually the two pieces of characteristics I find to really increase that lead quality for you. And this ad does that absolutely perfectly. So let's go over the ad and then let's go over the strategy that we use because it is pretty simple. I'll just figure out it over here. Let me zoom, kind of full screen this. Boom. All right. So pretty simple. Let me try to zoom in here and let me just explain why this shit works. So first thing first, let's go from top down to the bottom. So business owners. First, we're targeting business owners. Literally everything that you say in the ad is where this ad will be pointed out to. I strongly believe, and this is true, the AI scans your ad, takes all the copy that you have and the graphics and whatever's in the ad and sends that ad out to those who will resonate with that ad. Because Facebook is really a business. Doesn't want to send out ads to people that are not going to resonate with it because those people are just going to drop off and not use Facebook anymore. So if somebody were to tell me that, yo, you're getting a really high cost per lead or it's not converting, I'm going to tell them like, yo, straight up, make better freaking ads, right? That resonate more towards your audience. Next thing over here, 14-day credit suite, remove all negatives fast. Business owners like shit fast. Grow your business within 45 to 60 days. So it does say a credit sweep, but it's not necessarily 14 days. It could be 45, 60 days. It's not really trying to say a specific time frame on this. It's just that saying that, hey, we do get some results in as little as 14 days. And what people really like about this, specifically business owners, is that business owners want shit fast. Business owners want fast and they want to get funded fast, but oftentimes they get denied for funding because of their credit. This is exactly for that type of person. If this ad goes out to that type of person that recently applied for business funding but have gotten denied because of shitty credit. Over here, collections, inquiries, late payment for medical debt, possessions, charges, student loans, and more. I love to add on to the ad because typically people that know what they have, typically people that want to get funded, business owners that want to get funded, they know the negative items that they have on their credit that's hurting them, that's stopping them from getting funded. Meaning that these people are probably searching up, hey, how to get late payments removed on Google or even on Facebook. And you better believe the more that these people search these up, the more that Facebook recognizes that, and then it will send that person to this ad because it has similar matching keywords. Wow, isn't it? Honestly, guys, I'm a geek for this shit because Facebook truly does have the best ad attribution in the world. Facebook has the most data. Meta has the most data on client information in the world. And yeah, you might think that, yo, they're stalking you, in which case they freaking are, but they have so much information from you. It's honestly incredible. So by putting out just relevant ads, it truly does increase lead quality. It truly does put that ad out to who you are targeting, who you call out in the actual ad. Oh, that's kind of like a mouthful, but I really hope that makes sense. If you don't understand that, guys, just reach out to me. I want to help you make more money because when I do, you pay me more. Cool. Let's continue. Grow your business with funding after completing our credit suite program within the next 45 to 60 days. Cool. Over here, we're just showing some couple of testimonials, a couple of reviews over here. Boom. Right below that is we're showing his Corvette over here. Now, we really just try to show the Corvette because we try to come off as though we make everything as though it's very, very easy to do. We want to come off as though our credit service is so easy for us to do that we still have this abundant lifestyle to live. We're successful. We have a beautiful car. We have a beautiful house. We have a beautiful life. It's not just credit repair, the entire life. Honestly, I tell people that when you're posting on your IG or posting ads, make it seem as though credit repair is like effortless for you. Because you as a consumer coming for credit repair, who would you rather go to? Someone that makes credit repair seem effortless or somebody that struggles with getting results for people. I think that kind of just makes more sense. Boom. And also, of course, we make sure that we target in the actual copy as well, too. That's very important. So that is the actual ad that we use for this guy. Now let's go a little bit into the strategy, because the strategy is very important as well, too. Now the strategy, we do try to, again, we always try to keep a very, very simplistic approach to this, because simple is, I want to see what makes you more money. So I just set up, this is not necessarily Colton's, but this is exactly what all my clients' accounts look like, because we really do make sure we simplify this. Let me just make sure I'm sharing the right screen over here. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, cool. So like I said, we do try to make sure we keep a very, very simplistic approach, because that is what's super, super important. For example, when leads come in from these ads, they're automatically populating some new leads over here. New lead stage is where we actually do all the nurturing. All the nurturing and automations go out to these people. Whereas if they were to reply or they were to click on those links, they would move over to here. So you as the appointment setter, for example, Colton doesn't have an appointment setter system funding over here. They don't have an appointment setter, so they do all the replies themselves. But if you're to do the replies yourself or your appointment setter, I would have them first attack the people under engaged first, because those are the people that recently responded. So it only just makes sense, hit the active people first. Over here, new leads is where all the nurture sequences, emails, texts, and voicemail drops go out to nurture these people to schedule them into an appointment. Once you schedule them into an appointment, they're moved over into here. As you can see, Jesslyn over here, Marrero, Test over here is scheduling. Cool. If they're no-show, you move them over to no-show and they get re-nurtured. Or if they're a hot lead, hey, I'm getting paid at the end of this week or something like that. Or hey, let me talk to my wife about it. Boom, boom over to here, shooting out testimonials. And obviously signed up over here. It sends them over onboarding automations and asking for more testimonials and referrals. But nonetheless, any point in this situation over here, if an appointment scheduled, no-show, or if they're an appointment scheduled or no-show, or even engaged for a certain amount of period, like let's say it's 10 days plus or 2 weeks plus, and they haven't really responded back to kind of stale, and then automatically moves them back to new lead to then go back in that nurture sequence, the emails, texts, and voicemail drops to get nurtured. The only real point that we do here is nurturing is over here, new leads, appointment setting, obviously appointment reminders, and the value add email campaign to kind of just, blast people out, kind of get a bunch of more value to these people before the call. So it kind of becomes more of a layup. Of course, hot leads, you send out testimonials and signed up. But the majority of the actual nurturing is done really in here to be able to push them into scheduling up a call with you, or to the very least engage with you and talk back with you. So then you can push them into an appointment, sell them, and make your money. Cool. So that's how we run the actual GoHighLevel. As soon as a lead comes in, we generally have it so that our actual appointment setters then responds to them, and they're even able to go to the point where they're closing deals through chat for these people. So guys, we take a very, very simplistic approach on this. It's simple is honestly what scales your business, guys. So if you need an appointment setter or commission-based closer, want to scale your business, guys, reach out to me. If I want to make more money, because when I do, I get paid more. God bless, guys. Thank you for watching. Of course, reaching out to me. Links in the description. Peace out, guys.